Today, I'm starting a new challenge where I'm going to manifest an income online completely from scratch just to show you how easy it is to make money online today and how you can do exactly the same thing. And the beautiful thing is, because we are going to manifest a completely online income, we can theoretically work from anywhere in the world and completely on our own terms. All we are really going to need is a laptop, an internet connection, and a graduation certificate from Hustler University.
Hustler University, please save me.
Okay, but all jokes aside, manifestation and the law of attraction has become such a huge topic on YouTube and on the internet in recent years. I mean, everyone and their grandma is talking about how to manifest your dream life.
Welcome to today. We're going to be using hypnosis for you to attract wealth and riches in abundance.
And don't get me wrong, I believe that this is all very valuable content, and I share a lot of that similar content on my own channel. But there is one thing that I don't see any manifestation YouTuber out there do ever, which is actually show you step by step how to manifest an income. Because let's face it, I've got news for you, manifestation is not just sitting on a rock, visualizing, meditating, and waiting for your dreams to happen. Taking inspired and aligned action is crucial if you want to manifest your dreams. So in this manifestation challenge, I'm going to show you just a few very practical ways on how you can manifest your dream life. And I mean, there are so many abundant ways to make money online. These are just going to be a few that are going to scratch the surface, but hopefully prove to you that this is actually possible for anyone nowadays. I strongly encourage you, if you're watching this, to just follow along, do the same thing as me, maybe copy me, do something similar, take inspired action, and move the needle towards the life that you actually want to live. Not just in terms of manifestation and visualizing, but actually taking action. Alright, so the plan is to make $10,000 through a series of elaborate Ponzi schemes and committing a bunch of tax fraud. Okay. In all seriousness, I have actually been thinking about some good ways to kick off this challenge and make our first income in this series, because we are of course starting this challenge with exactly $0, which I mean... Alright, so my initial plan is to go on freelance websites like Fiverr or Upwork and kick this challenge off with a simple gig like logo design, content editing, or selling pics of my feet.
Naughty, you teasing me?
I think this is a great way to kick off this challenge and make our first money of this series, especially because anyone can go online, post a quick job posting, and make a quick buck. After posting a few gigs on Fiverr and Upwork and browsing through all the jobs that I could possibly think of and replying to everyone who was potentially interested in working with me, after a few hours, all that was really left to do was wait for replies to our job postings. Alright, so it is currently 2:30 in the PM, meaning we did burn through some sunlight, but I do have an update for you guys. As it turns out, we did not get one, not two, but 3 people who have jobs for us. I mean, at this point, the challenge is pretty much already over.
I have unlimited money. I have so much money.
The first job is for us to translate an official court document from Dutch to English. As you may or may not know, your boy is bilingual.
Want a break from the ads?
The second gig is for us to transcribe a reality TV show episode about people getting married and wedding dresses. It's a whole thing. And the third and last job we landed is a logo design gig for a local crocheting business. So I'm going to get to work on all of these jobs, and after I'm finished, I'm going to break down to see how much money we made exactly and see if it was worth it or not. Alright, so after a few hours of honest work, I can confirm the rumors are true. We are officially out of the trenches.
They ain't believing us. God did.
With the 3 jobs we just completed, we made a total of $96, which is definitely not bad. It's a start. Considering all the time we spent listing our job postings, DMing a bunch of people to work with, and then actually doing the jobs themselves, I feel like this was definitely not a bad way to kickstart the series. But I also believe that we are going to have to step up our game if we want to make that $10,000 anytime soon and not finish the series on like episode 38. Alright, so before we move on to the next online money making method in this series, I just quickly want to remind you guys that while I am doing all of this practical money making stuff and business stuff, I am also still consistently doing my EFT tapping, visualizing the perfect outcome, living as if we already made that $10,000 and it just has to show up in our physical reality. I'm already seeing and feeling it inside of my bank account, and I'm putting out so much gratitude. There is no way we are failing this challenge. Alright, so the cool thing is that we now have some starter cash of almost $100 that we can use for our next challenge in the series, where we are going to do a new entrepreneurial business venture undertaking.
2 words.
entrepreneur shit.
For my next money-making method, I wanted to find something that I didn't need to be so actively involved in, and just find something where the money can still come in even if we are busy doing other things or potentially already working on the next way to make some money. After some thinking and strategizing, the 3 magical letters finally hit me. POD, baby, or print on demand. Print on demand is a business model where you find a supplier to sell you t-shirts or hoodies that you made whenever an order comes through via the store you set up. So there's no inventory, there is no stock. The sales only go through when a person actually orders them and then the products get printed. Fulfillment is also done through the supplier, so all we have to do is set up a store, design the t-shirts and hoodies, and actually get people to buy from us so that we can make some money. The first step was to set up a store on websites like Redbubble and Teespring, which will act like a landing page and a storefront where people can buy our shirts or hoodies. After we built the storefront, the next step was to think about some t-shirt designs. Now there are so many different approaches you could take here, from evergreen ideas to trending topics like election cycles or memes, but I decided to just make some designs in the tennis niche, just because tennis is a personal interest of mine, and also because I have an idea on how we can sell tennis designs specifically, but more on that later. So now it was time to actually design our t-shirts and hoodies, and for this process I just used a free trial of Canva Premium, which means that so far we still haven't spent a single dollar during this whole challenge. Alright, so the stores are online, the designs are ready, everything is set up, but how are we actually going to sell these t-shirts to people? Well, I mean, your boy's got a plan. A few years ago, I created a tennis theme page on Instagram just because it's a personal interest of mine, and because Instagram theme pages have always sort of been a thing since Instagram has been around. And today, my personal page might actually come in handy. So I personally have a theme page in the tennis niche with around 800 followers. I know. The plan right now is to post one of the mockups I made earlier onto my Instagram theme page with a link to my Redbubble storefront, hoping that some people will find their way towards checkout, they will actually buy one of our t-shirts, and we can make some money. Now, you guys probably don't have a random Instagram theme page laying around, so I went and did some investigation to see how much a shout out on one of these theme pages would cost with around 800 followers. And I mean, the replies I got from some of these theme page owners varied a lot, but I got replies between $15 and $30, $35, so I feel like a good middle ground to settle for here is to just deduct $25 from a budget that we already made, as if we are paying an actual theme page owner for this shout out. After posting the picture with a link to our store, all I was really left to do was to wait and see if any orders came in, so I just went on a walk in the city to clear my head and to set positive intentions for this part of the challenge. Now, of course, like I mentioned before, we are going to use the law of assumption here to just assume that we already completed this challenge and just express our gratitude for the fact that we made so much money and that it's all just happening for us, that it's all coming our way, and stay in that gratitude, stay in that positive vibe, and keep our vibrations high throughout this whole series. Alright, so it is currently the next morning.
Good morning, pineapple. Looking very good, very nice.
Here's an update on the print-on-demand stores that we set up yesterday. First of all, I checked our Teespring store to see how many sales we made since we first posted the ad yesterday, and unfortunately we made a total of 0 sales on Teespring. Now, to be completely fair with ourselves here, this was sort of expected since Teespring is not the store that we actually linked to our ad. We linked our Redbubble store to the Instagram page, so it's not a huge surprise that people didn't organically stumble upon our store on Teespring. Now, of course, this does mean that all of our hope with the Print on Demand challenge is left for our Redbubble store, so I'm really hoping for some sales here since last night, since we posted the ad on the Instagram page, so let's check it out right now. Alright, so on Redbubble we actually sold a whole bunch of stuff. For those of you who don't know, if you open a Redbubble storefront, you can adjust your design not only to sell clothing, but also stickers, magnets, and even this clean piece of drip. I mean, if you look at the numbers here real quick, we sold 7 items for a total profit of $51. And the beautiful thing about Print on Demand is that if you're serious about it and you consistently DM team pages to get a shout out, or you actually scale up this business with actual ads on Facebook, for example, you can make some serious passive income from this, especially if you focus on evergreen topics as well as trending topics like memes or politics and stuff like that. Alright, so let's take a look at the numbers. Combining the $51 we just made from print on demand with the initial $96 we made from Fiverr and Upwork, we are now looking at a total budget of $147. I mean, no insane numbers by any means, but I just want to remind you guys that making your first money online is always the hardest part. And for some of you, it might be very well the case that going from 0 to 100 takes a lot more time and effort than going from $100 to like $1,000 or even $2,000. For the purposes of this challenge, however, I feel like it's time for us to move on to a new method, and I actually already have a new method in mind that could make us some serious money if it all works out. But I'm actually going to keep this for next episode. So for now, I just want to remind you guys that I do have a completely free community where people like you are manifesting their first recurring $5,000 and $10,000 months in their business, complete beginners, but also people who have dabbled with online business before and they're making their first money online. So you can always join my community via the link in the description, and then I'll see you there and we can make some serious money together. The community is really focused on a combination of manifestation and business skills like sales and AI automation, which I think is a very unique combination that I don't really see anywhere out there on YouTube. With that all being said, I'm not sure if this episode is something you guys enjoy and if you want to see more of this series of going from 0 to $10,000 challenge. If you do, let me know in the comments that you want a second episode to this series and then I might continue it. If you didn't enjoy it, you can also let me know and then I will change up the content, because I do realize that this is not my usual style of content, but I thought it would be a fun and interesting challenge to show you how, practically speaking, you can make some money online and go from 0 and complete beginner to $10,000 a month. For now though, I just want to thank each and every one of you who watched this video to the very end. It really means so much to me. I want to sincerely thank you and I wish you miracles today. I hope everything works out in your favor and money will come your way no matter what. You are abundant, you are wealthy, and you are deserving of happiness. Peace.